really, really in people's faces. I know people personally, and I've seen people, like I said, online saying, what is this? This looks like a ritual. This looks like this is demonic. This is satanic. Okay, so there are a lot of people who are not Christians that are saying these things. And it's not just about this particular recording artist and her husband. Okay. The second thing is that I didn't realize this, was that a lot of people who are professed believers and Christians, and this is where the prophetess comes in, I'm sure, a lot of Christians listen and go to the concerts of this particular individual. Okay, and she's on tour, and she's, coming to a city near you. Okay. A lot of them, and I didn't know that, to be honest with you. I had no clue. I kind of gave it no real thought. But clearly it is an extreme amount of people because of how fervent this individual, among other people, and she's not the only one, obviously. I've seen ministers along the way say things about her and warning the congregations about indulging and listening and going to concerts. And someone else I saw said something along the lines, they said it jokingly, but in my spirit, I know that it rang true. They said in a jokingly way that people cannot afford going to these concerts, and they're actually running up their credit cards, taking out loans. And it was said in a joking way, but when you hear the truth, you recognize it. You may not know, necessarily know that to be, the truth. You don't have the knowledge, but when you hear something, it rings true. You know it to be the truth. People are actually going into some serious debt just to afford tickets and to go to these concerts. So, the next thing that I'm kind of curious about is, why can't the people, whether they are Christians or non-believers, why can't they stop listening and going to the concerts? It seems like it's some level of addiction that I'm picking up on, because I listen to both. Okay, I listen to Christians who are actually ministers. A lot of them that I heard were females. They were women. And there was a lot of similarities in their stories. Okay, they don't listen to her anymore, and they don't go to her concerts. But they used to. And what I found interesting is even the prophetess, someone must have found I don't know, was it on Twitter or Instagram? I'm thinking it's more so Twitter. They found something from her social media from some years ago. And I don't know, was it from 2017 or 2016, something like that. And they've been putting it up everywhere. Okay, where she actually referred to this individual, this woman, this singer, and her husband, and so forth and so on, and that they felt that proved that she was in fact what we talked about, a hypocrite. But then she pointed out and said that she got saved in a certain year, okay, and then she stopped following these people and listening and going to their concerts. And that's how, and I think people are skeptical about that, and they see her as a hypocrite. But I know from my own experience, not necessarily with listening to this particular individual, that you can change when you are in your walk of faith, as they say, and in your journey. What you used to do, I can see differences for myself from last year and right now. Things that I kind of think about, I say, I'm not doing that anymore. I have no interest in that anymore. It can happen. I don't claim to know this prophetess. I don't know her. Okay, I don't know what it is. Only she knows and God knows. I say that a lot because that's what the truth is, what it is. But it is very plausible because I know from my own experience that what I did and what I saw and what I thought last year, I would like to believe I've grown, and I don't have an interest. Sometimes when you get into trying to get closer to God, there are things that you are going to abandon. You're going to leave it behind. And then there are some things it's going to be a struggle. And it seems like a lot of people are struggling with this. So this is the question. Why is it so hard? And why is everybody in their feelings about not going to a concert or not listening to her music? Why is that so hard? There's something going on there. Why are you so mad because someone said that to you? To me, that's very telling. I don't know if I'm articulating it right, but there's something there. And the Christians that talked about this particular individual, there are people that were her fans. And they showed pictures of them coming out of the concert, going in the concert. When they talked about her, they had nothing but good things to say. But then the stories all have the same similarity. They'll say, and then this happened. And I stopped listening to her music. I took all her music off my device and I just deleted it. I threw out her merchandise. I stopped going to the concerts. I stopped doing this. So these weren't people that hated her or didn't like her to begin with. They actually liked her. They thought she had talent. They thought she was beautiful. They said nothing but great things about her. But then something happened. And they listened to the music and they saw how she was carrying herself. And then they said, something has occurred with this individual and I cannot continue to jeopardize my standing with God by continuing my exposure to her. So if someone doesn't like you from the beginning, you think they're going to talk a bunch of crap about you. It's going to be easy because they don't like you. All these people that I saw that were talking liked her. They were followers of her. They were singing her songs. Some people are aspiring singers in the church. They were singing her songs and recording themselves singing her songs. These are people that actually liked her. So the question to me, I don't know if what you guys are thinking, is that there clearly is something happening here. If all these people that liked her and her husband, and then all of a sudden these people turned away from them, there's something there. They're not just a bunch of haters. They're seeing something. They're seeing something that is not kosher. And they're all turning away from. But there are a lot of people that in the church, from what I told you, I learned, that are still listening to her. And the response that they're giving, these people want to fight the other Christians about her. So my question also is, if you're willing to fight your fellow Christian over a recording artist, are you willing to fight for Jesus and Jehovah God just as fiercely? That's just I think I'm just saying, why are you so ready to fight over another imperfect human being because someone said that this individual and her husband represent certain things? And then they tell you what these things are. And then you want to fight them. So if you want to fight your fellow Christian over this recording artist and her husband, are you willing to fight for Jehovah God and Jesus just as fiercely? I'm just saying. I I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for listening to Teachable Moments with April. If you did enjoy this episode, I invite you to come right back to check out my podcast and my other episodes. Don't forget to listen, add us to your favorites, and support by clicking on the link in the description. As always, be blessed and be well. Until next time.